As very successful mortgage brokers, all three of you, looking forward in this year, 2012, Jeff, what three key things do you think brokers could do in this year to grow their business?
I think for the most part, they've got to keep looking outward and making sure that consumers understand what it is they bring as value. And that is what Jared talked about earlier, this notion of choice. And you know, particularly in BC, we really bear that out in terms of the number of lenders we work with. We don't have anybody who's a market share leader over and above, sort of in that teen level. 15 to 17% is sort of the major lenders' market share in our market. So we deliver on that proposition. We got to make sure consumers know that. I think the other thing we have to do is make sure that we keep relationships going deeper. So like to Sandra's question, you know, if you know that you're dealing with lots of IRD issues, make sure you understand all the different lenders' policies, all the calculations, and how to advise your clients to take advantage of some of those prepayment privileges at strategic times so they can minimize some of those costs. Because that just elevates your game. And last but not least, I think as brokers, one of the things that we could do a better job of is making the notion of lender choice more visible and transparent to the client. We got more and more times where people go see a broker and they say, trust me, I'll get you the best deal. And they only show them one. And they do all that elimination of things that aren't going to fit for that client by themselves. And I think in today's world, you've got to let the client feel like they're much more part of the choice. So giving them more options up front, I think means for clients that feel more valued and more part of the process. So those would be the three that kind of come to the top of my head.
Add anything to that, Jared?
Yeah, I would add that you have to really educate the client. I think at this point in time, it's not just educating the client, it's educating your business partners, your referral sources. It's the whole process of that. You need to become yourself the source of information. That's really what you are. You're going to become the source of information for all the partners involved in the mortgage transaction. If you become that expert and source, you're going to have deeper relationships, which goes back on that side, and you're going to have a better business model. What's happened, I think, in this industry is that we've come through now a time frame where it's been very busy, very active for a long period of time frame. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people who haven't realized what what a working market is. And what we are in 2012 is we're in a working market, and that requires a very different skill set than what it required when we were in the trophy market, I guess. You're
just talking about elevating your value.
Yeah, you have to elevate your game. If you're not prepared to re-educate yourself, to take extra time with your clients, take extra time with your referral sources, you're going to have a tough time in this business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything to add there?
Same thing. I think pick any successful mortgage broker, and it's all about the relationship with the client. I can tell you that for my clients, they have any question, they get anything to do with a mortgage, they phone me first. They don't phone their lender, regardless of who I put them with. They phone me. Okay. And that's how it should be.
Great.